Okay, so real quick, I gotta ask about Blood Kiss.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so Blood Kiss is a feature film. It's gonna be set in 1940s Hollywood, so back in the glamorous era, and it's a film noir. But it's also about vampires, which is my favorite thing ever. And I was approached a couple weeks ago by David Rakelin, who is the composer for Space Command, which is another project that I worked on this past year. And so David is involved in Blood Kiss, and they brought me on board. At this point for pre-production, we're doing the Kickstarter campaign to raise $50,000 is the minimum goal, but it's going up to $200,000 for stretch goals. And so this is written by Michael Reeves, who, as you know, wrote Gargoyles and the Batman animated series and My Little Pony and all these awesome things that Alice was discovering the other night. And so Michael has had this script for quite a few years, and it just wasn't happening. His agents loved the script, but Hollywood was like, no, not our kind of vampires. You know, vampires are supposed to be young and hip and sparkly and all that kind of good stuff, and there's nothing wrong with Twilight. I love vampires, all vampires everywhere. I have no discrimination against my vampires. They can sparkle, they cannot, they can, you know, they can be afraid of the sun, they cannot. It's all good if you're a vampire, I love you. But these vampires aren't really supernatural. They're actually human beings, and like some sort of genetic mutation has occurred to make them like superhuman, but they're not supernatural. And so Michael Reeves decided to just do this the Kickstarter way, do this the indie way, after he saw the success that Space Command had. And he reached out to his friend Neil Gaiman and asked Neil if he wanted to act. And so this is like Neil Gaiman's first like acting role, where he's not just himself. And Amber Benson is going to co-star in it. So it's really exciting. We just launched the Kickstarter like a week ago, and it's doing really well, and we're getting like a lot of positive response. And Alice here is actually helping us with our fan outreach, because, you know, she knows some of those communities. And so we're just trying to spread the word. So I'm a co-producer on the project now, and you know, fingers crossed. There's only 3 female roles in the film, but Michael's doing rewrites, so I'm going to be pushing to get a role, which is what I've learned after 14 years in LA. Like, it would be lovely to just be hired as an actor. But the majority of it goes these days is that we all have to be multi-hyphenates, you know, actor, host, producer, voice actor, social media girl. Like, I don't even know where my hyphenates end. And so you have to leverage your other skills on other projects. So if a project is needing someone that can do A, B, and C, and you can do A, B, and C, but what you really want to do is E, F, and G, you kind of got to go in there and be like, okay, yeah, I can do A, B, and C, but I want to also do E, F, G on this project. And so you're kind of leveraging it. A girlfriend of mine, Brooke Lewis, she runs Philly Chick Pictures. She's from Philly. She was on Tony and Tina's Wedding in Broadway, and she's a big horror scream queen. She mentored me years ago. She had invited me to be a part of a charity event that she did. It was for preventing suicide prevention fundraiser, and she had me on board as like the raffle host. And, you know, Brooke is just a prime example of being able to leverage like your skills. And so she comes on board as a producer for a lot of horror films these days, but she's also the star, you know. And so you got to leverage your talents in this town, because you know what, there's a gazillion and one brunette actresses. You know, white girl brunette actresses. And you have to leverage all of your talents, you know, in this day and age too. Like, if you don't know how to, if you aren't skilled in your own marketing and your own branding and your own social media, then, you know, God bless you and God help you, but like, you need to be like, it's not, unfortunately, we can't just sit around like in the old days and, you know, get 3-picture contract deals, you know, with MGM knocking on your door and coming to drive you a set every day.
Yeah, technology is a blessing and a curse.
Mm-hmm.
But you mentioned you love vampires.
Cute.
So I have to ask, of all the many universes in which you could be a vampire, which rules do you think you would most want to be a vampire in?
Wow, hold on. I might need to put my fangs on for this.
You've got Dracula, with a lot of consequences. You've got Twilight with less consequences.
I'm definitely...
There they are. Oh my gosh.
I'm definitely more of a traditional vampire. I'm definitely like, I love Mina and Lucy and Dracula. You know?
Okay.
I love old school Dracula.
I'm kind of scared right now.
But at the same time, I love the world of True Blood. So that's such an interesting question, Alice. I would want to be more into the traditional realm. Interacting with human beings, you know, on some level. Not really. Oh gosh, that is such a tough question. I have a character called Scarlet Rose, who is why I created these fangs to begin with, and she's got a little clip. And Scarlet Rose, I was actually thinking about creating a web series off of her, and she's very traditional, and like the long gloves and the pearls, and she looks wonderful, but she will rip your heart out if she's hungry. So I guess I would be more of like the traditional brutal, no sun, no crosses, no holy water.
Have to sleep in a grave.
Yeah, you sleep in a grave or a coffin, but you know, when your thirst overtakes you, you will just eat the person next to you.
Well, on that note, thank you so much for joining us.
You're
I'm now
welcome.
officially terrified and really worried I'm not going to make it to tomorrow.
It's okay, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. I've had plenty to eat today.
Good, for all sake. Thank you so much for
You're
stopping
welcome,
by.
and good luck
Appreciate
with the show.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and thank you for watching.
Oh yeah, and make sure you find me on Twitter and Facebook and all that good stuff.
Twitter, what's your Twitter handle?
It's Leah_Cevoli.
Leah_Cevoli.
It's pretty much Leah_Cevoli everywhere.
We'll have links in
LeahCevoli.com will take you everywhere.
the description box.
It's pretty cool. Like on my website, I did that whole like all your social media buttons.
Yeah.
And my mom called a couple weeks ago because my dad was looking at a website for like just for his company that he's got back on the East Coast, and my mom said, "We loved your website, how it's got all those buttons on top." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and Google Plus and LinkedIn." And
Description. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.